So in this video, there are a few questions that I'm going to answer, some common misconceptions about the programming, and how do you have enough skills to compete with bootcamp and CS degree graduate, understand why companies are hiring, what can you bring to the table, how do you stand out, am I good enough for the job, what's the reason they won't hire you, coping with rejections. Hello everyone, my name is Sheary and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is, I have received a lot of DMs about, am I able to get a job as a self-taught? How do I stand out? What's your tips when applying for jobs? I mean, it's kind of common now to become a self-taught programmer. Anyway, so this video I'm gonna talking about some career tips and tricks. So before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's go. So now, some common misconceptions about self-taught programmers. So if you are still doubting yourself about whether you can get a job as a self-taught programmer, I mean, we are in 2020 now. Self-taught programmer are just basically everywhere. Seriously, anyone can become a self-taught programmer. But then you might be thinking, am I gonna get a job? Am I gonna be better? Am I gonna be worse than those bootcamp or computer science graduate? What's the difference between a self-taught and a bootcamp CS degree graduate? It's like bootcamp graduate or a CS degree graduate, you won't really learn a lot of things about those real life applications, but as a self-taught programmer you got a chance to know what kind of technology that everyone's using now in the industry, in the world, around the world. You get to try things and then you get to try new tools, new things, and it depends on what the world is currently looking for. But if you are enrolling in bootcamp or CS degree, yeah, it's good you got some guidance, but you are not necessarily learning the things that the current industries are looking for. They learn about algorithms, data structures. I mean, that's important. There are some topics that you learn from bootcamps or computer science degree that won't really cover in real life situations. I graduated from a university as well, so I know like those kind of things you have to experience that in real life. And the second question is, how do you know you have enough skills to compete with bootcamp and CS degree graduate? If you are able to build projects by yourself, I mean not just some basic projects but like big projects by yourself, then you know you are competent, you are good enough. I mean, not everyone is good enough because we are constantly learning new things. How do you know you have enough skills? If you feel confident, you feel confident about building something, you feel confident about solving problems, you feel confident about working in a team. It just depends on the situations that you are in. Are you able to fit in that situation? Are you able to be flexible in that situation? For example, you are assigned for a task. Are you able to solve that problem? It doesn't matter you are a graduate or you are looking graduate or you are self-taught. It doesn't matter. It just depends on, are you flexible enough to learn new skills, because we are all learning together. And the next very important question is, understand why companies are hiring. As you can see the news around the world at the moment, you can see Meta has probably stopped hiring, and then Google too, everywhere. Why? Well, they are businesses. If they don't need the skills in business, it's gonna stop hiring people because they can't afford it. But why companies are hiring? Lots of people are complaining about why big companies are not hiring anymore, like firing people. It just depends on the business needs. Business, it's a cruel world. It's a hard true fact because it's all about money. They won't hire you just because they want to provide you a job, but they hire you because they need your skills in order to fulfill the business needs. Like, what's the reason those bootcamp graduates won't be hired by the bootcamp itself? Why? Because the bootcamp institution, they don't need the skills that they are providing. So it all depends on skills and demand of that company and the world. Some senior programmers, some senior executive will get fired too if the business doesn't need them. It's just hard to accept, but it's true. So you might be thinking, I'm a self-taught, I'm not competent enough. How can I bring something to the table, and what can I bring to the table? Basically, just look at the information or what kind of skills they're hiring. The worst idea to spam every company with your resume, because you have to tailor your resume according to the company. For example, this company is hiring for a Golang developer, but you listed out on resume that you are a JavaScript developer. You put every project in JavaScript. That's not gonna work. Or if this company is hiring for React developer, but your resume is just full on like SQL skills, Python, there is no React. You get what I mean? So look at the job requirement. From the requirements, you can actually know what kind of projects you're going to build to show them. Every company is mostly looking for a project. I'll repeat again, project is very important. That's one of the things you have to bring to the table. And then the other thing would be you're confident. You have to be confident. You have to be confident to know that you want the job. Why do you want the job? The reason that you want the job. Is there something they have that you are looking for? Something you have that you can offer them. And then the other thing will be your problem solving skill. Don't lie to your potential employer, because they know that. Am I good enough for the job? I mean, let's face it, everyone has that moment of like, am I good enough to apply for the job? You are experiencing what we call self-doubt, imposter syndrome. I mean, self-doubt can kill you, so why doubting yourself? Why on earth you think you are the worst person? There are a few ways you can deal with self-doubt and imposter syndrome. First thing I love to do is fake it until you make it. Just fake it, just pretend that you got it already, like you are in that situation already. For example, if you're going to give a speech on stage, and of course you feel nervous, but then you just be confident, just fake it, just fake it that you are confident, just like walking with confidence. You can trick your mind to think that you are confident. Fake it till you make it. That's very useful. And then the second way to deal with that is stop comparing yourself, and please realize your potentials, and just realize that you won't win by just comparing with other people. Find inspirations from them instead of comparing between each other. Work together, find some inspiration and powerful story from that person, and learn from them. The third way of doing that, just keep reminding yourself that you have to focus on progress instead of the result. When you feel frustrated about, have I done enough? Just look back to what you had done 5 months ago. Came so far. You did a lot of things. Just realize that you started from zero, knowing nothing about programming, and now are able to build a tic-tac-toe, a calculator. It's a good progress. Just remind yourself, progress is everything. Enjoy the progress. Don't focus on the result. I mean, it's important to focus on the result, but progress will keep you moving forward. Your end goals will change. Be flexible. And then the next question is, what's the reason they won't hire you? So like I say, it depends on the business needs and your skills. There is no right or wrong answer for this, and you never know. Like, I didn't even know when I would get fired or whatever. I have my company and I didn't even know when would I get fired by investor. I mean, it depends on the situation. So you don't have the skills yet. You need to practice more and learn more. Maybe there are greater opportunities for you out there. Maybe you're not suitable for this job, but you're suitable for somewhere else. If you are and remember this, this is your first time applying for a job as a self-taught, it's better to apply at a startup, because they're always hiring and the requirements are kind of low. But be cautious about what kind of jobs you're applying for, because most startups they are looking for some senior people to handle everything. But if you are just getting started, it's a good way to learn, but a bit stressful. I would say startup is a good way for you to get into tech, the easiest way. Save my video and subscribe to my channel. See, I'm giving tips for you guys now. So the last question is, how do you deal with rejections? It's very common. Just think it's not the end of the world. It's a progress. You gotta keep learning. It's not your fault, and just keep applying for startup. If you're just getting started, continue your journey, don't give up. Just think about, like, it's just 1 year of progress. What's gonna happen in 5 years? You're gonna do a lot of amazing things in 5 years. So now just like progress of improving yourself, a steps forward for everything. Even though rejection doesn't count as like failure, like rejection is a way of moving forward to know where are you going, where are you actually wanted to go. Yeah, don't take it seriously, just learn from the rejections. So that's all for today, and I hope you have learned something. I was thinking of doing like a job descriptions review, resume review, basically casually talk about the strength of that resume. Well, I'm not a pro in that, but I have applied for more than like 100 jobs before. I kind of know what kind of things they're looking for, how to stand out. I'm going to hire people soon for my company, so I kind of know what is the requirement. So if you wanted to know, say yes, you wanted to. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a like if you like it, if you learned something, or share with anyone who needs it. I will see you guys next time. Till next time, bye.